can smell it in the air. Hello, welcome to another edition of the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters right here, baby. I am Michael Letta, a.k.a. Hampton Mike, along with my partner, Brian, the Ranger Tart. Brian, how the hell are you today?
The only thing I smell is anger right now.
Oh, there's no anger here. It's all about love here in the Sports Box. Because remember, you can always get us when you need us.
Absolutely. As you know, we're on Facebook and Twitter, both at Sports Box Show. Want to thank all of our new subscribers. We've almost doubled our subscribers in a week. We can't thank you guys enough. If you haven't yet joined the list, please go ahead and subscribe today. We're going to get a lot of great content out for everybody. We really appreciate all the support, interacting with you guys. It's been great. We really enjoy doing it. Please join the ride.
Absolutely. You can always get us on Twitter. You can get us on YouTube. You can get us on Facebook. We're all over the place. Right. Remember to get our advertiser, DJ Cruz, Anthony Cruz, for all your DJ party needs. Give him a call, 609-513-6395. Today we talk about the NFC Divisional showdown between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Very, very interesting matchup. We've been kicking this around for a while now. You have the Dallas Cowboys, rested, home game. Packers come in without Jordy Nelson. Should be interesting.
Yeah, the Cowboys are getting Mo Claiborne back for this game, and they're going to need him. You know, the interesting thing about the Cowboys, Mike, is if they continue this ride they're on, they're not going to leave Texas the rest of the year because they have home field in the Super Bowls in Houston. But I don't necessarily know that they should be getting excited for that. So, the Cowboys finished 13-3, tops in the NFC, and the award you get for that is to host Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Yep.
How lucky are they? It's going to be a really, really interesting game. These two teams faced off earlier this year in Lambeau. The Cowboys got the better of the Packers that game, 30-16. But the Packers are a much different team now than they were back then. They've been on a roll,
red hot,
as predicted here first. I said they were going to run the table.
Folks, his head might get bigger.
They were going to run the table after they beat the Eagles. Exactly what they did. And again, I'm not hiding anything here. This is not the matchup I wanted as a Cowboys fan. I said coming in that it would be great to play Detroit. That wasn't in the cards. This is a tall task to ask of the Cowboys and their defense. My first inclination here, Mike, is for Dallas to really have any chance to win this game, they need to dominate time of possession. They need to keep the Packers offense off of the field.
Absolutely. That Packers defense on the field is a better chance than the offense on the field.
No, absolutely. And they can do it. Obviously, the Cowboys' rushing attack's fantastic. They were second in the league behind a great rookie campaign from Ezekiel Elliott. They're going to need him to play a huge role in this game because they need to control the clock. They need to keep the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands. Very similarly, Mike, to what the 2014 Cowboys tried to do when they were in Lambeau, keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. They had DeMarco Murray at that time, but it's a lot to ask.
It is, and you look at this matchup, the Packers all year, their running attack has been kind of abysmal with the injuries they've had with Lacy gone and Starks gone. Ty Montgomery has filled in nicely. I wouldn't say he's a premium back, but he's doing the job for them fine, which is nice, mixing him up a little bit of wide receiver running back. Big loss with Jordy Nelson. I mean, you take out of the mix 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns and a go-to guy. There's a guy they're going to miss, but you know what? Aaron Rodgers, as Brian said, red hot right now, 610 attempts, 401 completions. You're looking at 4,428 yards for the year, 40 touchdowns. I mean, this guy is, for a team whose defense has always been suspect, they've been playing pretty well this year so far. The last probably 7 or 8 games, the defense has been playing well with Clinton Dix back there. And obviously Clay Matthews making some plays too. So and Julius Peppers. Let's not forget him. 36 years old now, and still doing the job. I mean, this Green Bay team is not to be misleaded as the old Green Bay team that is a little bit off. Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams, they're going to have to do their job. As for the Cowboys, you have Dak Prescott playing well this year, but it is his first playoff series, and so that's what has me a little leery. Ezekiel Elliott is obviously going to be the X factor here. If they can slow him down somewhat, you're not going to stop him, but if they can slow him down, Packers definitely have a shot to win this game. You're going to have to rely on Des Bryant a little bit more, even Cole Beasley, believe it or not, and Jason Witten a little bit more in this game. You're definitely going to have to get everybody involved.
I think you're going to see the Cowboys look to have their passing game be very intermediate. I don't necessarily know that they want to trust Dak to do down the field throws. He seems to thrive more when they don't have to do a whole hell of a lot. Frankly, when they're doing those short to intermediate pass routes. Again, I've not been silent in my thought that. Again, I think Tony Romo gives this team a better chance to win in the playoffs. I understand that's not going to happen. Although I think as a Cowboys fan, I hang my hat on the fact that the Green Bay defense isn't very good. Even when healthy, they're not very good. So, I don't think necessarily that Dak's going to run into some turnover issues here, but they are going to rely on Ezekiel Elliott a lot. The worst thing the Cowboys can do is get behind in this game and have to start throwing the ball. The Cowboys need to get the lead early, and they need to just milk that clock. That's their best chance. Aaron Rodgers is on the bench. Aaron Rodgers can't hurt you. This is going to be something that the Cowboys are definitely going to be built into the game plan. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see Elliott get over 30 carries in this game. I think it's the way it's going to lend itself if Dallas expects to win.
Ezekiel Elliott, 322 carries, and he missed the game. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a guy who's taking a heavy workload. As for how we think about the game, I'm going to tell you flat out that I think, like Brian said, Ezekiel's going to get a ton of the workload. I think 25 to 30 carries at minimum in this game. I think you're going to have to rely on Terrence Williams, Jason Witten. You're going to have to rely on a lot of guys to get it done because Dak's going to need some support other than just handing the ball off to Elliott. You want to look at it's in Dallas, okay? It's in Dallas. You look at Dallas, how they played all year. You know what, folks? I hate to say it, but I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. I think that they're a hot team right now. I think that they can manage and control this game, even though it's a big loss with Jordy Nelson. I still think the Pack can pull this out. They've been slinging the ball around enough, and if you look at Rodgers in the pocket, he is getting around smoother than silk right now. I mean, he is just rolling out like the quarterback that he is known to be, the Super Bowl caliber quarterback he is, and I just think Dak is not ready at this point to make that big move. Is it going to be a blowout? Absolutely not. I think it's going to be a tight game. It's going to go back and forth, but I'm going to give a slight nod to the Green Bay Packers, and they move on.
Let me ask this, Mike. If Romo was playing, how would you feel? Would you feel differently, the same?
Would this be his first game or all year he's played?
Let's say that he came back 2 weeks ago and played fine.
I might feel a little bit better about the Cowboys than I do about Dak Prescott right now. Only because Dak has played well. Don't get me wrong, he has the future. He looks great and phenomenal. But I just don't see Dak in this position, in a playoff position, to rally the troops if he needs to and take this team down the field in a playoff situation. Everybody knows the playoffs are a different animal out there. Okay? Everybody steps up. It's going to be a whole different animal. I just don't think he can get it done.
So you look back at the game these two teams played earlier in the year. Zeke had 28 carries for 157 yards.
Yep.
I mean
in Green Bay.
In Green Bay. Now that tells you a lot about what I think the Cowboys are going to try to do in this game. Mm-hmm. Where my nervousness comes in as a Cowboys fan is I don't trust the defense. It was a defense that had 11 turnovers all of last year, has been okay so far this year. I wouldn't necessarily say it was anything to write home about. They bet, but they've not broken. Mm-hmm. But I think what's going to end up happening here is whether Dak makes a mistake or not, if Green Bay gets the final possession and they're within a score, I just don't know how you don't think Aaron Rodgers gets that done. I hope that I'm wrong about this. Again, this is not the matchup that I think favors the Cowboys, not the one that they would have picked. I don't necessarily would have picked the Giants either, because the Giants were the one team that beat them all year.
Yep.
I have trouble picking a rookie in Dak Prescott over a Super Bowl champ and a veteran in Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be, I think, the best game of the weekend. I think the Packers find a way to squeak it out. I very much hope that I am wrong about that. But again, I'm not going to be a homer here. I think that I think not having Jordy is a big blow. I think
Huge.
Bigger blow than maybe even people think it is, because they give so much power and so much credit to Aaron Rodgers. If the Cowboys can have a very healthy possession battle win, if the Cowboys can control the ball 55-60% of the game, I think that's something that could lean in the Cowboys' favor. They're going to have to do that. Right now, I'm not going to pick against Aaron Rodgers. I think that Aaron Rodgers finds a way to win this game. I think, unfortunately, Green Bay is moving on, but boy, do I hope that I'm wrong.
Cowboys are going to probably send some blitzing that way, and the only thing I can think of is they got to try to contain Aaron Rodgers and not let him roll around and have all day to throw back there. If he does, he's going to pick them apart. And on the same side of the Green Bay Packers, I think you're going to throw a lot of stuff at Dak that he hasn't seen before, maybe disguise some blitzes, bring some linebackers up a little bit, make him move around a little bit, make him work hard, because Dak could throw on the run, but a rookie quarterback in this kind of situation, throwing on the run all the time is going to be kind of a recipe for disaster in the way of an interception or two. I think Dak Prescott could throw 2 interceptions in this game. And like I told you before, I'm taking the Packers. I think the Packers could find a way. McCarthy's a good coach. Not that Garrett isn't a good coach, but I think McCarthy in this situation has been to a Super Bowl. He's been under this circumstance before. I think the Packers get it
I
done.
don't think very much Jason Garrett personally. I think he's Jerry Jones puppet, but whatever.
Talent.
Whatever.
Talent wins over coaching.
It's fine. You bring up an excellent point. If the Cowboys lose the turnover battle and you're giving the ball to Aaron Rodgers, it is a recipe for disaster. Yeah. Really, that's their only chance. Again, if they're dominating time possession, they're running the ball well, they got short passes. Again, Beasley will play a huge role in that as a possession receiver. They have a shot. Don't get me wrong; they can win this game. This is just not their ideal opponent. I mean, you think back to teams' roads to the Super Bowl, right? As a 1 seed. Dallas would have to beat Green Bay and then beat the winner of Atlanta-Seattle. I mean, this is probably one of the more difficult roads that we can remember, especially, you contrast that with what New England's running through with Houston. I mean, like, where's the Houston Texans in the NFC for the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
So, again, I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that the Cowboys live to see another day. I don't have a lot of confidence in a rookie quarterback in the playoffs against Aaron Rodgers.
Another small stat you want to take out of this game, Mason Crosby is kicking solid right now. He's got 22 in a row consecutively right now. He's on his way. Not that Dan Bailey's not a good kicker, but he has been missing a couple this year. I'm just saying, in the matter when it comes down to kickers, I think he'd give a slight nudge to Mason Crosby in the way he's kicking right now. And that could be the edge of the game, folks. It's going to be a tight game. I just give a slight edge to the Packers. Well, that's all the time we have for the NFC Divisional matchup. I hope you enjoyed it. We appreciate all your subscriptions to the show. Make sure if you haven't subscribed right now, you get on here, because if not, you can catch us other ways.
Of course, the Twitter and Facebook, all of our content is posted there as well, but we definitely appreciate all of you subscribing to our YouTube channel. Very easy to do. It's your top right, top left. I don't know what device you have, but whatever. Just find where it says to subscribe. Click the button. There's a money-back guarantee for the $0 investment you're going to make, so don't worry about it. So
we're the only offer out there. Money back guarantee on free. That's beautiful.
But we do appreciate all the support. We really, really do. We've been interacting with a lot of you guys, like I said, through the comments. Got a couple emails, Facebooks. I mean, we really enjoy it, and we're happy to bring you what you're looking for. So again, share with us what you want us to cover. We want to bring you the content you're looking for.
We love your comments. Keep them coming. We'll answer them as much as we can, as fast as we can. It's absolutely not a problem. Remember our advertiser. He's a great guy, DJ Cruz, Anthony Cruz. For all your DJ party needs, give the guy a call and get an estimate. 609-513-6395. Remember, folks, the only opinion that matters is right here at the Sports Box. Thanks for watching. See you.
Don't forget to subscribe.